work before I picked you up?
Thought Robin's boat was coming in. I didn't want to take you from her.
I will tell you if I've answered.
Okay, so we forgot to plan. Move on. How about empty flat for the first time in 2 weeks?
What took you so long to come home?
Okay, fine. I drank too much. Maybe a little too much.
Cher, what took so long?
Jesus Christ. Congratulations. Me too.
You saw the doctor without me.
You know how little time off I get, and now I need every shift.
Come back and wait for me.
You know, I just had to be sure.
I had the right to know
Anton, I'm not in the mood.
Cher, I know what it seems, but I love you. I will care for you.
Money, Anton.
When I leave university,
Good luck finding a client.
I will find some. And your diner.
Pays nothing. Back home, Nate is going to kick me out.
No, he loves you.
Right, and when my diner sees me casing up with a German Jew knocked up from fornication and asks me to scram, oh wise one.
Stars.
Pardon?
Look at them with me. I never saw the stars in London.
Never saw stars in Liverpool or Berlin either.
Yes, Berlin.
Not in cities.
In cities you saw.
They're all the same.
Yes, Delhi, Cape Town, Liverpool, the same.
Not in Europe, love. Not relevant.
Oh, you are English. Hold on.
Love, what are you...
Back outside, back outside.
What?
Cheryl, Chastity, Ada. Will you marry me? Meine Mutti's wedding ring and the lack of box. Say something.
Anton, I forgot how to say yes in German. I thought, oh, look how romantic it would be.
Cher, you terrified me.
Oh, yes, love, Anton. Please put the ring on my finger. Just shut up and put the ring on my finger.
Before or after it bleeds my hand. Ja means yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I scream at you when you make me laugh.
Now, too much to drink?
Not until you admit you never saw stars in Berlin.
I proposed to you.
Judge, jury, whoever. I know I have no case, but something else happened, so forget about it.
Not a courtroom. Ich liebe dich, mein Fräulein.
And such adventure! Know your heritage, I suppose, but... Oh, Driscoll Arthur Andrews, you brought me here in the middle of a proposal.
I own this building.
With God as my witness, this twit told me nothing.
When this twit tells me,
The train closed up for Sunday prayers, so Brother Darling brought me here.
Cousin Robin,
I kill him. You frame it as an accident.
Lawyer, not God.
Not yet, love.
Never get married.
Introduce us, then.
Robin, Cheryl, Ada. Cher, Robin, Sachia.
Oh, you look $1 million. Saying I picked up in York. Wish it translated, though. But what woman wants to look £1,000,000?
At least you can take comfort knowing you spent that much in New York.
Oh, would you like to stop with the snide commentary?
See, that means self-control.
Oh, pleasure, Cher. Anton prattles on and on about you. Anton, you give me that. Our passes, Cher, let her arrive. Cher, I inform you I've contracted TB. Cher, after what? 8 months of distance, you'd think there would be more to say, but alas.
Andrews, let me help you with your bags.
Lyra?
I forgot to eat breakfast. I felt dizzy.
Dizzy with your dame?
Lady Sachia.
Robin Kitten. I get enough of Lady Sachia in New York. If you've got nothing to say...
Thank you. The money from housing of the immigrants, it kept my family from starving.
Surprisingly, not a soul asks me to pay for anything. They merely want the prestige of the Sachia name. So, what are the cause for my fortune but philanthropy? You expected her ladyship. The heiress, spoiled from her youth from the tabloids. The press's passion for painting me as the twitchish beauty, so to speak. Oh, they try to defame me, but I wield the power of a Sachia and the prowess of a martyr. If no one else wants to talk about the victims of Italy or the Soviets, never you mind, Kitten. How long ago we lost those two? Conversation unfit for female ears, no doubt. Fetch them. Oh, arguing again. Suspected so. I thought you knew how to calm Anton.
Right. If you'll excuse me.
Stop taking your frustration out on him.
He gets on my nerves.
You use him as a punching bag. In the toilet. Does he always act like this?
Pretty much.
I need a favor and a smoke. Tend to some paperwork. I need some time alone with Anton.
Why?
Not that. I'll explain in a bit, I promise.
Have you been crying?
Anton, no one died, love. I think I have to call Nate.
Let me help you.
Alone, please.
Let me, mein Fräulein.
Thank you, fiancé.
Fräulein,
All Germans say it. Cher told me.
do you eat or does sarcasm just nourish you?
Do you sleep, or does attention just rejuvenate you?
Rejuvenate, sophisticated word for a secondary language.
I speak more than two.
Right, English, German, French, Hebrew, and one more.
I told you, if I caught you sleeping again, I would give you a reminder you would not forget. Now come here and take your shirt off.
Dutch!
Dutch!
Uni teaches me Greek and Latin too, but I know nothing.
So, such a talent to acquire to worship the divine in the language of pagans.
And I thought law put on airs.
Adore that flame of yours. Congratulations again.
She wanted to meet you for months, but New York got in the way. Then midnight comes. Callie Shawn. Oh, the book you wrote about the Gales.
Yes, New York helped, of course, observing the Gales in their natural habitat.
You went to New York, not Ireland.
Yes, of course, because I've got a brain. Oh, hello, Civil War-stricken English-hating colony that departed but 15 years ago, entertained a baroness for a few months.
Stop infringing on my trademark.
Hot shot.
Baron, Sean. What happened to earls and dukes?
Write what you know, and I know me.
You've read it.
Apologies. Contract with the publisher. Something wrong?
You named your character Neely?
Yes, Irish surname I came across and rather liked. Why?
Nothing. Never mind.
When did you move Cher from Liverpool?
Middle or end of June.
For the baby, I suppose? Surprised you let her travel at all. Effortless, really. Hiding all of this in long distance.
Robin!
You swore you got a handle on things.
And you retreated so easily.
I see. You prefer sudden death over a bit of negging.
I know how.
How many die from barbiturate overdoses? Tell me how you plan to raise a child while spending on this.
Because everyone wants a defense attorney with my history.
Build a suitable practice.
And how do I start? Maybe your 1,000-year-old wealth hides it, but in the Depression I had a better chance at Oxford than a job.
So instead, you spend my wealth on alcoholic drinks and drugs.
I wish I did not have 1 pound from you.
And go and starve on the filthy street again, feeding your habits, this time the woman you love at your side.
Be quiet, Robin. I cannot break. You will never know. I have a family.
You're 19, Anton.
And you are 23. I ran from Berlin to Hamburg, Amsterdam to Versailles, begged on the streets of Paris, and all you did was hand me a paper.
Anton!
You are the child, Robin, not me!
You need a hospital.
No, I cannot provide for a wife and child in there.
I have the means.
No!
Whatever you need in this world,
No!
Anton, listen to me, Anton.
I want
Let
nothing!
me help
I
you.
need no help!
You stay like this. If you take your marriage vows and this happens, how can you justify this insane lie to the woman you call your wife?
The truth will hurt her.
Do you know the difference between love and obsession? One gains strength from never fading away, the other from growing until it destroys you both.
Love is built on the backdrop of insanity. In Defense of Prince Edward, one of your best essays. I wish I could have read it when it came out.
I know nothing about her, but even I know that she deserves a better man than you. The human body simply requires breakfast, sir.
Leave me alone!
Yes, Luke. I miss you too. Tell Nate to call me, please. All right, I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Goodbye.
Jesus, I forgot how pale you get. I thought nothing's happened recently.
Nothing has. It's been a long night. That was nothing. It was a fluke, that's all.
Right. Probably the stress of coming back home and being stuck in between. Go lie down. No arguments.
What happened to Robin?
In my bedroom.
I know that. I saw from the window.
Just upset.
Andrews!
You suddenly care? I heard you yelling at her from my room.
She will turn my life into one of her essays when I say no to her. I angered and that ended. I want to start the day over. Help me.
Go chase your fiancée, Lyra. If you want to talk, find me later. Your mess interrupted my work.
You cry.
I forgot Nate had Sabbath stuff.
Your church finished.
Different for the clergy.
Nate loves you. He will not leave you.
Right.
He let me come to you when I asked for you.
He just wanted to get the suitor out of my bedroom.
I asked him to marry you. We agreed on this until I will earn money.
Anton, please.
You think I proposed because of the baby only?
Got pregnant somehow.
You know, as a man, I always think about you.
And on the first second you get with your fiancé, you have a philosophical debate.
So you agree?
I need to learn to not argue with a professional arguer. Thanks, love, but Flapper's died in the Depression.
Come inside, Cher. Tell me what Flapper means.
That.
Cher, we need air.
Say, kitten, talk to me a bit.
Leave her alone.
You normally lord over her, or just for my sake.
Yes, in a half hour you know everything about my fiancée.
Put a sock in it, my God! If you want to act this childish, go get plastered at a pub like every other proposal. I've got enough of a headache without a carnival in my own flat.
Love, what is he?
Stay away from her.
My best friend goes off his rocker, and you expect me to... How can you just sit there and not
Mind
do...
my own business, like this.
Contribute something to this world other than looks.
So I'm a looker now, am I?
Oh, stop, please! Not over me!
Antoine's stubbornness matches my own, worsened with New York. He always says only I match him at, well, anything. Now imagine those 10-minute-long debates of a letter. We ran every gambit imaginable, which stretched weeks. Built animosity, I suppose. No less amusement, though. We both love it far too much.
And I think we can all see the results. Speaking of your trip to New York, I'd like to hear when midnight comes.
You mean the novella that I never told you the title of due to that distinguished contract with advertising?
Yes.
Oh, talk of the devil, Anton. I'm sorry that little scuffle escalated so. I'm willing to make a draw this time.
Yes, draw. I want to enjoy you now that I see you again. I missed you.
And seconded, I suppose.
Tell me about New York, by the way. I never asked.
Oh, it was wonderful. I love traveling. The excitement of it, the culture, and the insight and the environment are aiding my research. Remember Delhi, Driscoll?
What a year. Uncle Eamon liked to joke he would never leave, until the Depression hit.
I remember when you started to write. You moved to Bristol, and then 2 weeks later dragged me there to check your facts.
Dragged?
I pick up words from you. Yes, drags. Instead to ask me the 2 weeks when you stayed with us.
Oh, the job of nursing that one back to health positively demanded my attention.
Shut up.
The lovesick, truly an evil.
Shut up.
Oh, those 4 men were making it all up, darling. Now please go and get smashed while I entertain some more. No. All platonic.
If darling sister had never introduced us.
I stopped talking to her 3 months before you even agreed to ask her a question.
Do you remember when she tried it on me?
Pardon?
I stopped her.
Just go walking in on her stopped her.
I fought her off.
Oh, stop showing off for your flame. You slapped her at best.
For Andrews, I kept her talking until you two came back, saw the evidence, finally stopped denying, and kicked her out.
Oh, my brother and his naivete, too blinded by beauty.
You shut up about Anne, or I'll humiliate you further.
I am very humiliated. This is the worst thing to happen to me. Ever.
Hush, this Bjork deserves nothing! Oh, Driscoll, you should know by now. We always use the same strategies.
I suddenly remember where Twin Towers comes from. You need something, doll.
Yes, sir.
Out with it.
Anton and I are, Anton and I are having a baby.
2 rules, Lyra. No bastards and no arrests.
Be half angry with me.
You obviously want something.
Money, sir.
Good luck with your fiancé.
Anton has no say in this.
Excuse me?
He can walk away.
Good luck with marriage.
I love Anton. I would starve with him. I would like to not starve with him.
Maza.
I remember it, working for a boss, a job I could never keep, being screwed at my desk, unable to leave. And all I could do was scream and scream and scream and yell and
Hey,
scream and yell.
Stop. You honestly think I would sacrifice the life of an innocent child for what? Greed? Posterity? God, no, I understand.
I thought you were saying no.
God, no. But try and find another option. I may not love your fiancé, but I'm not in the business of home wrecking. And believe me, he might annul the marriage over this.
Sir?
You can stop all this, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Andrews.
Sure. Anton let you stay alone in a room with another man without his protection. I expected him to drag you with him.
Lay off, Robin.
Oh, come now, Driscoll. I'm only teasing how he loves her. Effect of the distance, no doubt. I've never seen such despair in a man, alone for such a long time. Oh, he loves you, though. Can't say I blame him. You are a doll.
Thank you, Lady Sagia.
Sorry, I took so long. Robin, you were talking about your book before. You went to New York, research?
Lamenting your decision to visit me.
I will read home rule bills and parliament proceedings without money. You will listen to me complain.
Home rule.
Well, England likes
Colonial parliament.
law students.
Know-it-alls.
Before the war, England gave protesting colonies their own parliament. That way, it gave power to the colonies without them having to leave the empire.
So we gave rebellious colonies what they wanted because they were rebelling.
Congratulations, you think things through, and people wonder why the empire shrinks by the hour.
Lay off the MPs. Too many scapegoat governments for products of history. Everything falls with enough time.
I swear, you spend half your time with a piece of paper perfecting your quotables.
Well, how else am I supposed to keep myself entertained every evening? I earned my nickname somehow.
Everything falling is the motive of your book?
Next time they do that, we should switch to Latin.
Je sais ça. Mais c'est elle. La plupart des gros mouches que connais en anglais viennent de l'école de droit.
He speaks Latin now.
He gains fluency in any language anyone mentions to him. Got it.
Frimer, hein? C'est quel te fait? Why, you wrote the book.
I wrote it to whiten the Fenians.
Promoting one of your causes.
Oh, my mother, may she rest in peace, was an investigative reporter, Miss Morgan Martyr, and she advocated for Gales, among many other working-class races. But I spend my time in more ways than shouting diatribes at people in Times Square. No. I spend my time investing in the company because I think our economy quite needs it.
I thought Mr. Andrews runs it.
Well, yes, but Robin Sachia with no hand in Sachia development. No, I spend my time in better ways than writing perpetual checks to balls and politics and scandals.
Uncle Eamon turned her into a shark. By 18, she ran more than him.
You got men to listen to you.
Begrudgingly. Both of you, take that outside. Some decency, please.
You said you would talk to me. What happened to her?
A lot. Her causes saved your life.
Yes, and I need to live it.
You live on my pound.
Because I have to.
Life is about more than freedom.
So I should let you control me.
You sound like a teenager.
I am a teenager. You could not understand living with this shame.
The shame of what? Surviving the unsurvivable? Deciding which name limits the number of people who hate you? I pity you sometimes. What slips through the cracks? Monsters, all of them.
Andrew, stop!
Apologies.
You said she went to New York before. Research for her book. Why?
Reason for most time delays, really. Life happens, circumstances change.
You resigned from the public eye at this time, too.
You follow that.
Nate, Nathaniel Ada follows you because you pay him. Robin likes to complain about your sections.
Right. We needed privacy.
V, I thought you were in the Navy then.
I discharged.
Discharges take time. How?
Pity, no champagne to celebrate the engagement. Perhaps Cher wants around.
Robin, no.
I need a decoy.
You like war jargon? Fine. I attacked him like that once. I will not double it.
I need to clear Cher out. His habit remains, whether you buy or not.
Do you hear yourself?
Anton!
We owe you for the inconvenience.
You owe them.
He never told
Oh,
me.
where?
Owe you for my blunder, apparently. Booze on me.
Balance check.
Robin's idea for the engagement, so none.
Wine, hard liquor, beer.
Give me your flame. I like when amateurs pick. You get the same 3 at every dinner meeting.
No, I go with you.
Dawn plus drinking plus 2 men checkered with a Judy equals none. So no.
That sentence made no sense.
Mom rubbed off on me too.
But why would you?
And frequents.
You want to pretend to date my fiancée?
You only found a problem with it so you could call her your fiancée. Shake a leg, doll.
Yes, Mr. Andrews.
Oh dear, cousin, where did you hide my wallet?
Oh. You know what I like?
Bubbles that intoxicate you.
Sure. When we drink, I will do more to you.
Anton, you taught her French.
No, my father did. Before he could speak English.
I assumed you two never spoke.
Quiet in front of the girls.
Love, where's my coat?
Enjoy your throne, your majesty.
Dull, that one, by every meaning of the word.
Let her be.
Taken a shining.
You think I have a death wish? How long do you think it'll last?
You know the meaning of the word engagement, Driscoll?
At 18, me and my Navy buddies called ourselves war heroes.
You intend to re-enlist?
Not sure. And thank you for coming out of retirement for me.
I would say that you would do the same for me, but you already have.
It doesn't take this long to find a coat.
Lady Sachia.
Robin, mein Fräulein.
Fond of it. Try not to die.
You kept your father's obituary.
Of course I did. I wrote it.
I sent my Mutti a telegram before I left Amsterdam. I like to think it got there.
My driving scarf instead of a handkerchief.
I have not been able to find a car since you left. Will you teach me how to drive? I think I forgot.
Yes, I remember how you like it. I'll bring my car next time I come around. Why a defense attorney, Anton? After all the evil you must have seen, why would you want to spend your life defending it?
Innocent until proven guilty. I know what happens when people forget that.
You would defend a killer on his word against the evidence pointing towards him for principle?
Yes.
Even if you yourself thought he was guilty?
Yes.
Face your verdict, please.
The truth will hurt her.
You will hurt her for less.
Cher has given me life
And
again.
what about me? If you were to... No. Fine. Do what you will. Outmaneuver her for the rest of your life, hoping she doesn't find out.
Huh?
Cher, she means the nightmares.
But I know about them.
Free samples at Murphy's. I take it she's never drank before.
Yes, no.
I see why they call it giggle juice.
Well, I've earned my apology, sister dear. Now it's your turn.
Liar!
Sister, cousin, make up your mind.
I don't know what they said, nor do I care, but Do I look pretty? I think I do. But Jesus likes humble, so I'm gonna have you tell me instead.
You're pretty. Let me take the bottles.
Robin, when midnight comes, read. Now.
I can't because of that contract with advertising I've repeated about since I've arrived.
With all that plastered in minutes, won't remember a lie. Fitting with your subject matter.
Gracious for that idea. Merit to the ruse, as always. Anton, this captured your attention, did it not?
Sorry, mein Fräulein. I need to check something.
America said no.
Cultural differences.
That's not how that works.
When Midnight Comes, a case study of the Neely sisters by Colleen Shawn.
I can't die when I see Morrigan smile on you as well.
Author's note. Beware the story based in memory.
Please, sweetheart, if for no one else, live for me.
Kelly.
For the more you beat me down, the more I fight to stand. My worth never drowns, even in the sea of oppression. I hold my humanity in history of struggle and glory, and nothing ever stops my fight to prove. For the more you take, the less I hold, and thus the less I lose.
On June 28, 1914, an archduke fell in Bosnia. The British government, already occupied with a violent uprising in their Irish colonies, sent a few men to New York to secure American assistance to stay out of a possible war. The 21-year-old Baron Captain Derek Martin Shawn arrived at the Park Avenue Hotel, where Miss Brea Maeve Neely happened to work as a maid. Pity what happens when one plays with another.
Pity what happens when one turns life into a game.
Rhea lost Evie because Quinn lied to her.
Brea lost Evie when she said Quinn's secret.
He brainwashed her. He captured her.
Captured for him, love was a baroness.
Look at you, a wide-eyed for the dregs of life.
Wake up! You think America bought this thing because they liked it? Wake up! You and Driscoll throwing your money safe in your castle.
Driscoll Arthur Andrews feeds, clothes, and houses you. You willingly pawn him out for drugs, then death is insulting
Honorable King, pray for the Queen.
Or your majesty forfeits your scholarship and sends you back on the streets.
Stimmen zu stoppen. Wie? Mutti.
Given, perhaps.
Survival is resistance.
Grand check, perhaps.
You have the strength to reign this.
Why hide the truth?
Mutti's dead now.
It just hurts you.
Shares all I have now.
Tell her.
Let my ending swallow me.
How you excuse lying to your queen.
Hypocrite. You really signed a contract without telling me. You always ask me about these legal things. And why did you run to New York when you grieved? Why a piece of Irish history? Baroness Robin, Shauna, Satia!
Live for me.
Our actions to protect the ones we love from the
Fight for me.
She died to protect me. I understand, Dad. You loved her. Aunt Adeline lied, but is hiding from me, holed up in her room like a...
Adeline knows death too well. Let her mourn me.
Will I take care of you?
Your mother died running from the wars. You are more than any label, Robin.
Satia Development stays afloat with Nazi funds. Legally.
Robin, come here! Robin!
Robin is nothing more than a story. Reveal the truth.
You interfere
to set her free.
Not even funny.
Get your hands
Uncle brought her to her knees.
Oh, how you hurt her.
I
Baby,
told
Daddy.
You say you love
Much
her.
like your brother.
Do you?
Live for me. Fight for
Mom? I'm going to look for Robin. Until I find her. Robin is in a worse state than me. I know.
999! Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Living in the street, eating in the street, close your eyes and fantasize. Living in the street, begging in the street, German refuge in Versailles. Closing eyes, passing footprints in the snow. Have to get passing, eating in the cold. Fingers freezing, hope weakening. Anyway to England, which route leads home? Lost, speech lost, pride lost, love lost, roof lost, faith. I am nothing. Starving in January, nothing to show but scars. Would swim the channel to escape the dark.
Love?
Living in the street, eating in the street, close your eyes and fantasize. Living in the street, begging in the street, German refuge in Versailles. Closing eyes, passing footprints in the snow. Have to get passing, eating in the cold. Fingers freezing, hope weakening. Anyway to England, which route leads home? Lost, speech lost, pride lost, love lost, roof lost, faith. I am nothing. Starving in January, nothing to show but scars. Would swim the channel to escape the dark.
Love, look at me.
Midnight never comes, Hashem, hear my
Anton,
plea.
stop!
Is it Pico on the Fesh? If I need a thread for that menace to me. Never thought you could be so heartless. Germany suffered at the French, I should have known. I know how to use this, find it so amusing. Now your pet can hold his own. Nice and slow. Give your money and go home. For the more you beat me down, my worth never drowns. Remember that tree we climbed, the mark we carved when we touched the sky.
Stop it, please!
You spit at my fate! You see nothing but a plaything in history of struggle and glory. Nothing stopped my fight to prove Alehu is nothing more than a story. For the more you take, the less I hold, and thus the less I live.
Anton, London!
Nine!
London,
Nine! Nine!
2 pills from the base and below the counter!
It's okay.
Hurry!
Nine!
There you go. There you go. Close your eyes. It's okay.
Stay away from him when this happens.
Did you call the coppers about Robin?
No.
Sir, you need to rest.
Keep your womanly wisdom.
Anton left more than once, and he came back.
I said keep your womanly wisdom.
I know what you did for her. I did the same thing for my family until Anton came.
I love her. That comes without conditions.
What did you give Anton?
Barbiturates prescribed.
Yes, sir, to a man in Manchester.
Look, doll.
Shut it, wise one. I fed Mickey to my fiancé after my life got screwed. Hangover, pregnancy, I feel like death, so have at it, you on velvet pill.
What happened to the straight-cut Protestant?
Liverpool got angry.
He spent every day missing you. I have no idea if he has the willpower to quit. he doesn't use my money, then I'll just get him from somewhere else. When he takes one too many.
And they make that happen.
Shell shock.
He never smoked or drank that much, and the pills, and how could he have gotten a soldier sickness? He never went to war.
You know about that.
No. I just remember him singing Ode to Joy to himself in the middle of the night. Reading, cooking, screaming my name in the middle of the night. I didn't think anything of it. He would hear the steps play with them. And then this man comes out of nowhere, and I don't even know who he is anymore.
Deja vu.
Verraten meine Missbraucher. Nisa, Ja, London, ich habe dich erschrocken.
Speak to me in English or in Francais.
Ich von. Das wird nicht weiter passieren.
Please. Calm down, it's okay.
Your neck.
A scratch, love.
You bled. You fell.
Tom, stay with me.
I never left.
Nothing happened.
No, that's.
Yes. I got plastered and passed out, that's all that.
But that's not what happened.
Yes, it is, love. You've got to be in a bad state. Here, let me get you something to drink, okay? And no, Anton, do not call this an understatement. This is not something to joke about.
I said nothing.
Right. But I know you. What is it?
You sound like her.
Here, let me find you something to eat, okay?
Robin, please, I hear your scream. It should be a beacon, but I stand in a cage, the one you made in my name. Robin, please, forgive me. I should have stayed with you or kept you home. It might have saved us both, but now alone. You told me you were well, but I know you too well. Ill in New York, you tried to save me, and here I am, head of the house, trapped in this mess. I could have dug you out. Robin, please, I need something. Peace, recovery. Look at me drowning, incompetent and useless in everything I do. I tried to shape a different fate. Robin, please, I miss you. Robin, please, listen to me. Hear my voice through more than waking dreams. See the world out there, your mind is warping, and all the things that you are missing. Like how Morrigan's the name of an Irish goddess. nursed you back to health. I found a diagnosis. Robin, I know everything. I see my sister dying, blooming.
You sit here, Tris, strutting a desk at 16. Far too young for duty, yet you won the lottery, born to this family. Why not take advantage? Go on a few adventures and promise me letters whilst I care for the folks at home.
Robin, as long as I still breathe, you will never be alone. When every path is right, which do you take? Can it be called a path if each end's all the same? Is it even yours if I know the destination? Are your steps yours if I put you there? Robin, I don't care if all these paths converge into a rubber room. I'll take every shot into the blue until I capture every blue moon and pile them around you. If that's what it takes to brighten you and to lift you until you find the woman I know I will never see again. I know you bloom anew, even though you lost your legs. Robin, please, hear my plea. Every time you crouched willingly, you stunned the world with your vibrancy, your stubborn genius, and indestructibility. Why do you cry, Lady Sagia? You are far too innocent to cry.
There's no bullets in there. You removed my bullets.
Anton?
You removed your bullets somewhere between Berlin and London.
In your pocket. Drop yours, drop it.
Please. Please.
You listen to me.
Look at you. High as a kite and shaking from drink. I can defend myself without it.
I think the people who call me Kaiser and Heine would like the information that the man who is a son of a war hero is taking money from the people who stole my country.
You want to fly that flag? Fine! I served in the Royal Navy for 4 years. I employ a fourth of this country.
I study high as a kite and shaking from drink. Talk to me not about sacrifice.
You want to Moses scholar?
And you want to live your life like a warden? Listen to your superior!
Please, separate it! Mr. Andrews.
Bye, Lyra.
Robin, I have to find her.
Not in this state.
Shelter it or break it up, Mr. Andrews. My shift at the diner starts in an hour.
Last thing we need is you filing for unemployment.
Here, have something to eat, okay?
Shia, no. Stay with me.
We need money, love.
I can do something.
What?
I love you.
I know. Why are you running yourself to the ground trying to prove it?
I have to protect you.
Anton, from what? From what? Germany is 1,000 miles away. Do you think they care if some Joe tries to show them up?
I do not care for them.
Then give me a reason.
The truth would hurt you.
The lie hurt me plenty.
You heard things out of context while drunk.
And what I heard while sober.
The way Robin acts and dresses, it just...
What about the next time? When you're at your own practice and you have a stenographer over you.
Shia,
Keeping this from me, why not a brass on the side?
I could never do that to you.
Then know its secrets will never have a good enough reason!
Shia,
We fell so fast. Do you remember that?
Shia, stop.
Jesus Christ saves Anton, not me!
He does not save me.
You get my point.
Shia, your head.
A scratch, love, I told you.
No, your forehead, it bleeds.
No, Anton.
Get away from me.
Anton.
Get away.
Anton. You gave me your ring. You gave me your child. Now just give me a chance. Please. Just give me a chance.
I run across Europe when I close my eyes. The sound of the gun. My dad beaten at my feet. My mom in a pool of his blood. Each time I try to look away, but my head smashes into those bricks. I want to look away. Liverpool, there at last I found my paradise. There a poor family takes in what they should despise. Though they had no food, they feed me first. Anton starved enough to survive, gave me a glimpse of happily ever after. I thought I left behind. I met Cheryl, an orphan at 14, a high school dropout, to help Nate care for their step siblings. What we would do to get a smile, though she and I could not speak. She slept on grass when my past said, this sweet girl wants to poison me. When the world that came into existence promised pain to replace the blackness, she was there like a bear. Destroyed a lifetime of fear built in misery. When did I find this price tag and think, hey, pay with death for she who found the man in the refugee? And why does it matter who pulled the trigger and who pointed the gun? Why does it matter what you have to slaughter? Nothing matters living at the whim of others. Blame the tide of time, blame the blood-born sky. Let the one with no name abuse your wife. Say you gave it all for the sake of your kind. London, Berlin, Brussels, Amsterdam, Versailles. How many times have I had the chance to die? And now I live for nothing more than spite. No, hold me close. I know my choice and renounce my mistake. I swear this nightmare will never again bear my name. I want to feel the sun on my face, to see first light with my old eyes. Have I even felt emotion since the day that changed my life? Muti, I live for you, but I found Snow White. I will not risk her or any others in the quest for paradise. Give me my poison sweet. Who will miss he who takes a bite?
Mr. Andrews gets that money no matter who spends it. Use it in a way they will hate.
I broke her, my best friend.
Anton,
She begged me.
she went to
She
the breaking
came home
point.
guilty.
Please, something happened. Love, please.
I have to find her. The Zervite Knight in her castle.
Knight! Queen! Castle! What of it all? What of it all? Please, tell me!
In my bag. The Evian conference has come to its verdict. I never should have left.
Anton, please. You will hold our child in your arms one day, walking through the streets of Berlin with me as your wife.
Would you like to officialize that? Tomorrow, we elope, go to the hospital. We'll tell Nate. We'll go to Liverpool. We'll find us a place in somewhere that's not this.
In person might soften the blow. Any ideas of a name yet? I should get ready if it's a...
Jewish or Christian child.
We can stall that decision for another 10 to 60 years. Pick from the Old Testament.
My parents, Joshua and Sarah. Swear to me this. If I ever hurt you again, memory or no, you will leave before I leave and beg you to stay.
London, Berlin, Hamburg, Paris, Amsterdam, Versailles. How many times have you had the chance to die? As long as I live, I will always be by your side. I'll take every shot into the blue until I capture every blue moon and pile them around you. If that's what it takes, I'll be there to hold your hand.
Your shift at the diner starts in 20 minutes.
You're bringing me.
Robin,
I've searched, Lyra. If she wants no one to find her, no one will.
she ran to hide from you. And I think I know where.
If the tabloids get to this, all hell breaks loose.
Yes.
Love, I need to get my uniform on. Wait for me.
My accounts. When you find work, pay me back.
It changes nothing.
I know that, Lyra. Robin gave me a key to her flat in Bristol because most nights I'm too ashamed to meet your eye. I repent at Sabbath every week. I feel like in Macbeth trying to wash off blood stained to my hands.
And that lessens their money.
People die everywhere in hordes. You've seen Liverpool's slums. Look at Cher. I employ a third of this city, and the companies I develop quadruple that. What happens to them if I run dry? I will never turn my back on my country.
Seconded.
If I could save Britain with my fortune, I would starve in a second. If you could kill them all and free your country, would you not? Because you had to kill?
Why do you fight this with me?
No clue.
Would you fight them?
I'm never going to get the chance again. But I know you will, though. Find me. I know people who can get you a position without a gun in your hand. Keep you from a relapse.
If I recover before then.
Yes.
I will never forgive you.
Promise me that. Why do you need that?
Love?
Mein Fräulein.
Couldn't stop this, you know. Whether I've known or not.
You really thought Anton and my sister had an affair?
For a second.
Oh, God. My uncle and I used to call her born nun as a joke. You rest and pack your things. Robin and I leave for Bath tonight.
Yes, sir.
Right Honorable Captain Derek Martin Shawn. A sentence as a name. And there his cousin, Arthur Shawn Andrews, lieutenant, waits for his wife. Had to know my past, Aunt Adeline, but like that still you lied, never said his name to me, lest one who survived. Why force her dead? Why force her to lie? Oh, so you could appease who you should despise. She married you for nothing more than means to provide. You spoke of mom so high, read instructions and complied. Where does it say you get all your demands when you commit suicide? Elihu Anton Lira.
Okay.
All right. We set you up with a contact in Liverpool. Your school ran out of housing, but we own some buildings in London. That's one of the perks of old money. You acquire quite a bit of real estate.
Newspapers. Quite old.
Mocking your interviewer? Nice start. Writing something new. I've never wrote fiction before, just essays and articles. Grief project, I suppose. My dad has fallen ill. I suppose you know all about that. So many of you do. Your parents?
I think so.
Keep quiet about this. Parliament restricts refugees, but even if you make a fuss, legal loopholes can't help you. Understand? Welcome to England, sir. Listen while I have time, Robin. I overcome cowardice as I die. Your mother wrote a diary, Robin. I love you. From the moment I held you, you were mine. Capitalize on a lie, Father. Teach me to lock my dreams in my mind. Find fallacy in your definition, Father, because in my mind, I'm terrified. I had dreams, but through this tale, them I abandoned to fight for the Gales. I had the right to know that I had been damned. Am I nothing more than a pawn in your master plan? Driscoll!
It's me.
You gotta leave!
Mom said you pretty much stopped eating and sleeping.
Just grief, and what about it?
I got a dependency discharge.
What? How could you?
I figured I could come live with you here in London.
Why do you always overreact?
He
I
raised
don't-
me too, Robin.
I need to go to New York sometime soon.
New York?
I need to find my mother, Tris. Why would you throw your happiness away?
Hey, soldier, remember? I've carried heavier things than you.
Still he leaves. The Right Honorable Captain Derek Martin Shawn made Mom wed as she grieved, just like his cousin Arthur Shawn Andrews. Lieutenant died in glory. A Navy man-war hero saves the day. And but one price to pay. You never knew Driscoll, called him your shadow. Just like the drift, Dris, my world crumbles in moments. How could glory so close dangle so far ahead? How many times till paradise must battle commence? Well, you all got your wish. Look at Eamon's success. The New York Gale, Callie Shawn stands before you shattered, but English.
Robin, you need to eat. You never changed your clothes last night.
Do you know why Franz Ferdinand went to Bosnia to start World War I?
Just promise me you'll get some rest later, okay? You must be exhausted now. Eat.
He married his wife Sophie for love, but they had to disinherit their children because of her Czech heritage. 10th anniversary comes around, and he takes her on a military excursion to Bosnia. She dies first when they get shot. Ferdinand said to Sophie, "Don't die, live for our children." They were his last words.
Fun. Eat now.
Driscoll.
Just close your eyes and breathe.
Adam and Eve, you eat your fruit. Death will not decide what my life comes to. I will force midnight, or I will be damned. Gate I may be, pawn by decree, but how can you win at chess when you lose your plaything? For the more you beat me down, the more I fight to stand. My worth never drowns, even in the sea of destruction. I hold my humanity in history of struggle and glory, and nothing ever stops my fight to prove. For a funny thing happens when life loses value. Let the sun set and never rise again. For in this desert I wander from protection, like the lightning bolts of the tree of knowledge weaved its web of spells, like the lightning of bullets in Bosnia that shattered the world into decades of hell. Now your shot in the dark creates a spark you cannot comprehend. Mom, I burn with it. Let this story be my legacy. Better a martyr than black sheep and lose my family. I am what I am. I'll be your sacrificial lamb. For when midnight comes, it comes as a blessing.
Robin! You were right.
Let me be, let me be. I know. I only mean I keep saying that, but you refuse to leave, and you keep talking over me. You keep saying how much you care about me. You cling to me. You control me. You tell me. I'm talking crazy. Am I? No.
I understand you, so the answer must be yes.
Anton Lyra's copyrighted sarcasm.
Trademarked.
Hotshot. How did Sherry react?
She stayed. I deserve nothing. Not her, not a child, not a friend with money who pays for school.
Driscoll pays for that.
I would like to think he does not.
You deserve everything, Anton, except for a friend that would put a knife to your wife's throat.
I pointed a gun at your brother.
You would never pull the trigger.
You never would have slit her throat. Nice place. Will you stay?
I wish, but
For this, one more reason to hate it.
hate it.
You like big words and sentences that make no sense because of big words. So you tell us everything in big words, meaningless sentences.
Anything else?
Something I learned in school. A motive. You did not write a motive for a single character in this story.
Brea?
Ah, that makes sense. I hate her. I hate them all. Callie the most, because she made me hate them.
Everyone hates them.
Callie wanted to preach to a mob, not an audience. So scared that she wanted a weapon. I want to scream no more. I hate Anton, I hate Callie, and I wrote a very good speech. in my head on the way here, and I would like to finish it. My client stands guilty of many things, but the plaintiff, Callie and Anton, used her. They stand guilty of making Rob and Seichia forget the third option between publish book and die. Never mind what they did to me. I love you too much to let them persuade you.
Should I call you Elihu now?
If you want.
Elihu, do you have a match?
For Eden?
For Eden.
Thank you guys all so much for coming. Before we let you guys leave, we have some things we want to say. We would like to thank the wonderful crew here at the Fairfield Theater Company at
Yes.
Stage One. They're amazing. We would like to thank Melody Rose for writing an amazing show for us to put on tonight. And most importantly, we would like to thank Rachel Marie Strassa for directing
Yes!
this show, because it truly would not have been possible without you. Thank you so much. So we are going to get done, and then we will meet in the lobby back there if you would like photos with the cast. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you enjoy the Deadly Game of Chess.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We love you.